Okay.
There it is. Ooh, there it is. How was your day?
It was okay.
Good.
It was okay.
I got some stuff
You had a good day?
accomplished. Yeah, I got some stuff accomplished.
Good.
We had a good rain, huh?
Yeah, we need it too.
That rain came
Need
down.
every bit of it.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Good afternoon. Good evening, everyone. We're going to get started here in a few minutes. Thank you for joining tonight. We've got a great topic we're going to discuss. So looking forward to, getting some good information out to our followers, our listeners, our subscribers. And we'll get started here. Give everyone a few moments to jump on. Of course, start at 7. And we'll get going here right at about 7.
Why does that box stay right there?
I don't know.
Overcoming fear and
Self-doubt.
self-doubt.
Yep.
I got to figure out how to change this and take Harry's name off.
Mm-hmm.
I think he might have to log in and do that. Because when they see this is a picture of him. He was a little boy. He must have had some money. He had a little money in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Fill it out. I'm like, okay, how can I get rid of that? No music today, then?
I forgot. Mom's was talking. I forgot. I forgot to turn that on.
What she said? My mama told me to get some grit in my craw.
Mm-hmm.
I think she said that about 3 times. I don't know why she don't think she have grit in her craw now. She definitely does. So.
All right. Good evening. Good afternoon, everyone. We'll get started here right at 7. Give everyone a few moments to get on. And we'll get into our topic tonight, overcoming fear and self-doubt.
I think this is going to be a great one.
Yeah, I think so too. I think there's some good information here to think about and consider. All of us, face fear and face self-doubt. So it's always good to have some tools to help us when we go through those seasons, something that we can rely on, lean on when those feelings come up.
Yeah. I think I have feedback on here.
All right. For those of you on Facebook Live, please connect with us on our YouTube channel, Meaningful Conversations with Dr. Devin Oten. Go there, subscribe, like, follow, hit that bell so you can get notifications when we go live or when, I put videos out, some short videos, and just connecting with everyone, checking in on everyone. So, yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. K.
Thank you, Kay.
Yes. Thank you, Monique.
Hey, you're on time, Sandra. You're on time, baby. Yeah. Hey, Monique. Thank you.
Folks are giving us wishes for our anniversary, which is today. Thank you for that. I was going to try and do a dinner or something, but it's too late once we get off the podcast. So we'll do something tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then we got a lot of family and friends coming in town. We get a chance to celebrate with them as well.
Yeah. 8:30
Yeah.
dinner, too late for me.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting in the restaurant 9, so.
Yeah, it's too late for me as well.
I wouldn't have been good company at all. Not at all.
All right. We got about 1 more minute. We get started here. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, like, comment, follow, all of those things. We need that to help continue to grow.
Thank you, cousin.
Our presence and grow our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Tonight, we're going to be talking about overcoming fear and self-doubt. So welcome to Meaningful Conversations with Dr. Devin Oten. Of course, I have my wife here with me, Michelle. Today, we're going to tackle this, something that holds so many of us back, and that's simply fear and self-doubt.
Yeah.
Whether it's, launching a new idea, speaking up at work. Sometimes we're afraid to speak up at work, or leading at home. We got a lot of parents that are afraid to lead at home, lead their children, tell their children, correct their children. We have that inner voice that can get really loud, that will stop us from moving forward in the things that we, know that we can do, know that we can accomplish. But that little seed of fear and self-doubt will creep in, and sometimes we'll cultivate it. We'll give it life. We'll encourage it and say, "Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't do it now, or now it's not the time." Yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
So we're going to look tonight at, as we unpack this, what the research really says about us living in fear, or having fear, moments of fear and self-doubt. And most importantly, we're going to look at some simple proven tools that we can use from week to week, from day to day, month to month, and year to year to move forward with courage. So let's get into that. So just to give you without going into all of the weeds of, the research that I did on this particular topic tonight, let's look at some snapshots, as we start this conversation. Of course, we know fear of failure is common. All of us experience some level of fear, sometimes even daily, if you will, weekly, monthly. Sometimes we're afraid to go to work every single day.
Wow.
Because we're working for a boss who is mean, has no self-awareness, lacks, emotional intelligence, business intelligence, all those things. And we cringe just going to work to have to deal with that person, or someone who may even report to us. We don't even want to deal with them and have to engage with them because, they're not agreeable, right? They don't work well with others, if you will.
Yeah.
So all of us on some level face some level of fear. I see it quite often, even with kids, with their parents. Their parents are afraid of them.
Wow.
Afraid of what they're going to say, how they're going to react if they tell them no, that they can't have this, can't do this. And I see parents and grandparents gripped by fear of the response of their children and grandchildren.
Man.
So the research says half of adults say they've not tried something new. They've not tried something new, like starting a business, applying for a new job, or sharing an idea with someone because they were afraid. And they're afraid that it might not work out. You're not alone if you feel that way. The data says it's common. 50% of all adults surveyed, over 150,000 people surveyed. And from that survey, right at 50% said they are afraid to even talk about a new idea. Talk about looking for a new job. Talk about moving, buying a new home, or trying to buy a home, or getting a new car, whatever it is. People are gripped by fear. And the thing that can overcome fear is just being more knowledgeable, right?
Yeah.
Getting more information about what it's going to take to get a new job, right? How to set up your resume, learn how to interview. That's why coaches and consultants are so important in this day and time, to help us overcome those fears, give us the knowledge, the wisdom that we need to be able to get over those fears, right?
Right.
So self-doubt affects nearly everyone, according to the research. Studies show that most people, especially high achievers, I want you to think about that, especially high achievers, experience moments of "I'm not good enough." I don't belong here. I don't belong in the room. I don't have
Wow.
the expertise. I don't have the experience. I don't have the education, whatever it is. All of these things will come in and grip us and
Mm.
stop us from doing the things that we want to do in life, the things we want to enjoy in life. And it's a shame because, this is a big world with a lot of things that we can experience in it, right? Yeah, we're going to look at that too, Dr. K, that imposter syndrome as well, because that's exactly what it is, imposter syndrome. You are well capable of being in certain rooms. If you're not capable, you are capable of getting the necessary tools to put yourself in position to be in that room. And this is exactly what this particular study was talking about, that imposter syndrome, where
Imposter
you are an
syndrome.
achiever, you can do it, and you sit in the room thinking, man, I'm not qualified. I don't
Mm.
belong here. And that's your mind planting seeds of fear and self-doubt,
Yeah.
which will stop us from growing. It'll cause us to hit that glass ceiling as opposed to going beyond what people say we can do, people say we can't do, going beyond what the norm is, and exceeding our goals, right? So our minds can exaggerate fear. Psychologists say the brain's natural goal is to protect. The
Yeah.
natural goal is to protect us. Your mind doesn't naturally
Excuse me.
want to see you grow. It's designed to protect you, right? So when we talk about protect, we talk about fences, right?
Mm.
And if you put yourself in a fence, you can't grow beyond that. You can't go
So
beyond
you
that.
boxed in.
That's what your mind tells you. Your mind tells you
Wow.
you cannot. I want to protect you. If you go out there too far, you're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Something's
Yeah.
going to go
Yeah.
wrong. And we all know that growing up, going outside in the yard and going outside of the fence, you could get hurt, you
Yep.
could fall, you could, break something. A number of things could happen, but it's how we grow and develop and learn if we don't get out and try different things
So it's
and go
funny that
beyond our growth.
it's funny that you said that because it was like stay inside the fence. The same thing can happen to you on the outside of the fence that can happen to you on the inside of the fence.
Yeah, but it'll stop you from growing and going
Growing and
outside and
yeah,
exploring
exploring.
what's on the
Yeah.
other side of the fence.
Yeah.
So that means fear often shows up right when we're stepping into something important or
Hmm.
unfamiliar. Boy, we don't like being uncomfortable. That is just natural. But high achievers, those who will accomplish their goals, are folks who get comfortable with being uncomfortable. If you are
Hmm.
comfortable right now, you are not in the place where you need to be. That could be on your job. You're so comfortable. You've been there a while. You got all this experience.
Yeah.
Everybody knows you. Man, if you're comfortable, you got to check yourself. You got to do an inventory and say, hey, maybe I'm not growing. Maybe I'm not stretching myself. Maybe there's something else I need to do. And of course, for people of faith, man, God will stretch us to go beyond where we are, right? So we got to face those fears. And facing fear works better than avoiding it. Let's talk about that for a minute. We like to
Mm.
avoid confrontation. We like to avoid what's uncomfortable. We
Yeah.
like to be in our little incubator, our little comfort
Yeah.
zone, and we can't grow beyond that comfort zone.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, I tell myself this all the time, man, if you are the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. You're in the wrong place. Okay. You got to get somewhere where you can get challenged, where someone can stretch you, someone can mentor you and get you beyond that fence and get you beyond that comfort zone. So
Yeah.
research shows that when you take when you take small, small steps,
Why you said it so many times?
because a lot of times we think, the world, friends around us, if you think on a spiritual level, the devil will tell us
Mm.
for us to make any progress, it has to be this large jump. It has to be this
Mm.
large leap, right? And, one of the Chinese proverbs that I love is that, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us will never accomplish our goals because we're looking at the end, and the end looks so big and it looks so enormous, this climb. How am I going to do it?
Yeah.
The fear comes in, self-doubt comes in. But if we take it step by step, just take small steps, right? Like the saying goes, how do you eat an elephant?
One bite at a time.
One bite at a time. You can't eat the whole elephant at once. You got to one bite at a time. And that's where we get caught up. We get confused. We get lost in all of the things around us because we're thinking, we got to do all of these things right now. I tell people all the time, do a to-do list. If you can, work on the easiest task that you can get done with rather quickly, and then begin to focus on those tougher tasks. Or you might be someone like me. I want to get those tougher tasks out the way early and then work on those other steps. But if you don't put a to-do list in place, you don't have a system of taking small steps, you won't accomplish anything. I see it all the time where people get overwhelmed. And like, for instance, moving. Mm-hmm. I've moved so much in my life. The one thing I've learned about moving is all you need to do is pack up one room at a time. The people who get overwhelmed, they're in every room packing stuff. In the kitchen 1 minute, they're in the bedroom 1 minute, in the bathroom the next minute. They're just all over the place. But you see results when you just get in one room. Focus on that one room, pack everything up in that one room, then go to the next room. And you're taking small steps, and then you see the light at the tunnel. Kindness. This is another thing the research showed about overcoming fear and self-doubt. We have to show ourselves kindness. We have to show self-compassion to ourselves, right? Because the world is designed to beat us down. Life is designed to beat us down. And if we're not careful, we allow the world to beat us down. We allow our job to beat us down. We will allow just life in general to beat us down.
Not just life, we beat ourselves down a lot. Mm-hmm. I think it starts with us because we will hold things against ourselves and not be able to let it go and grow. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
That's exactly what the research shows, that people who practice self-compassion, and like Dr. K says, give yourself grace, treating themselves like they would a friend. Treat yourself like you would treat a friend. If a friend called you and was having a tough day and just didn't know how he or she was going to get over that day, what would you do? You would sit there and encourage them and say, man, you could do this. Girl, you have done this before in the past. You will get through this again. You just need to take some deep breaths. You need to take a step back. You give them all kind of good, encouraging words, but we won't do that for ourselves.
Wow.
We won't show ourselves self-compassion, so we got to show ourselves self-compassion. We got to go ahead.
What does that look like? Showing ourselves. What is that? I know Dr. K says giving ourselves grace, but does that mean, I know it means not being so hard on ourselves when we do make mistakes, but give me a little bit more input on what does that look like?
Well, the research says is talk to yourself like you would talk to a friend. Mm-hmm. So if a friend call you beating themselves up, you're going to encourage them saying, just take a deep breath. The illustration we just went through, do this, do that. Mm-hmm. Well, do the same thing for yourself. When you feeling that way, tell yourself, look, just take a couple of deep breaths, step back for a moment, take a lunch break. Mm-hmm. You got vacation days, take a couple of days off, go get a massage, get your nails done, whatever it is, go see a movie, whatever the case may be. Whatever you would tell a friend, the research says you should tell yourself that. Okay. Encourage yourself in the same manner that you would encourage a friend or family member. Like when we're encouraging our kids, right? Our kids call us, they got issues. We telling them, do this, do that, do the other, and you're going to be okay. And then when stuff jump on us, we don't even take our own advice.
Wow.
You know,
That's good, baby.
We don't even use our own advice.
That's a word by itself.
So this is how we recover faster from setbacks, and we are more confident trying again. So if we fail, we will try again. I want to get to some of the comments here.
We still have a lot of happy anniversaries. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you for the happy anniversaries. We appreciate it.
Tandra did say that we deserve to sit at all the big tables. Piggybacking off what you mentioned about earlier, going in the room and you feeling like you don't belong in that place. And she also said that's going to be her dissertation.
That's in her dissertation.
That's in her dissertation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I see Dr. K said taking the time, put you first, meditating, journaling, self-care, positive affirmations. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did we have anything else? See anything else?
No, I've been paying attention.
All right.
Oh, and then Dr. K mentioned earlier when you were talking about the kids and the grandparents and how they are afraid to tell their kids no or take certain items from them. And Kay was mentioning that, where she's at now, the kids they're running the parents. And to me, that is just unacceptable.
Well, it starts at home. If you're not doing it at home, the kids are going to show out in public, and they're going to embarrass you in public because you're trying to enforce something in public that you don't even enforce at home. And
you can kind of tell. You can kind of tell,
Dr. K said we built the tables.
We built the tables.
We built the tables.
That's right. That's right.
Good point.
We are the table.
So here are a couple of tools, because we always want to give tools. We go into the research, we use personal experiences. The audience, everyone out there gives us, their personal experience. Here goes some tools that we can use. This is how you overcome fear and self-doubt. You got to name the fear.
Oh, I got to get a pen.
Name what the fear is. Okay. Name it. Fear. Give it a name. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Everyone feels fear. That is a feeling that all of us experience. It's just a part of being a human, right? Just part of being a human. The key is naming it. Name what it is. Are you afraid of failing? Some of us are afraid of being judged.
Oh, whoa. Yes.
Some of us are just afraid of the unknown. And it doesn't have to be the unknown if we get around people who have done it, get around people who can mentor us and show us the way. We don't ask for help. We don't, seek out people who can mentor us and help us overcome those things. But we got to name what it is.
Yeah.
If you got this great business idea and you never launch, you got to tell yourself, why won't I launch? It's probably because I'm afraid that it won't work.
Yeah.
I'm a fail. Then people are going to look at me and judge me and talk about me.
Yeah.
Well, if they're going to talk about you in failure, guess what? They're going to talk about you in success.
There you go. Yeah.
So we got to name what it is. What are you afraid of? If you're afraid of launching out and starting that business, name it. Say, I'm afraid to start this business because I think I'm a fail. Yeah. But like my cousin who's on here now, Alicia, who says, she says this all the time. She says, nothing beats a failure but a try. Nothing beats a failure but a try. If you don't try, you'll never know if you can do it, right? Yeah. Try it. And remember, it doesn't have to be this big leap. Small steps. Start researching what it's going to take to put a business plan together. I mean, with all the information on the internet, all the information you can get from AI can help you through all of those different processes, give you pointers and tips. You just tell AI what it is you're trying to do and be very specific, and you'll get pretty much everything you need. Of course, you need to go out and do research as well, because AI is not a perfect system. But there's no excuse for us to not do this. Our forefathers were not afraid. Our forefathers I want you to think about this. Our forefathers came out of slavery, didn't have anything, right? Nothing, had nothing. And somehow they found a way to survive. And if it wasn't for the oppressive spirit of this country, they would have thrived. And they were thriving in so many different areas around the country.
Mm-hmm.
But once, the awareness was, okay, they over here thriving. In some cases, they're doing better than us. We got to stop this.
Take it away.
So now we're talking about people who had nothing, who worked for free for hundreds of years, had nothing, and figured out a way to survive and thrive and pass, those skills on to their children and all the way down to you and I, right?
Yeah.
So we got to take those small steps. We got to name what that fear is.
Mm-hmm.
Is it failure? Is it being judged? Is it just facing the unknown? Once you can name it,
Mm-hmm.
you can start to tame it.
Name it and tame it.
Once you name it, you can tame it. So, key takeaway. I hope you have your journal out. Write your biggest fear in one sentence. What is your biggest fear? Write that down. What is your biggest fear in life? I can tell you one of my biggest fears is not doing all that I know I'm capable of doing. Dr. Miles Monroe, I'll never forget this, said this many years in the late 80s. He said that there is more potential in the grave than alive on earth. More potential in the grave than alive on earth. He said, if you want to see unfulfilled potential, just go to the graveyard. And basically what he was saying is don't take your potential, your talents, your gifts, your skills to the grave. Yeah. Take it to the world.
Yeah.
Take a chance.
Yeah. Because I say sometimes at work, she would tell coworkers that she's taking a mental health break. Well, guess what?
Yeah, you need a mental health break.
If that's what it is, then that's what it is.
That's what you need.
Toby knows all about it because the company he works for, they actually, I think it's once a month, if I'm not mistaken, mental health days. So, take it. That's why we have PTO, sick time, vacation time, mental, whatever it is.
Clicking. I see Dr. K say, my fear is with my kids. Maybe it's leaving them if they are doing okay, and mostly having Black men in this world. Yes. Otherwise, I'm pretty extra and will always push myself. Definitely.
Yeah.
So first thing, name that fear. Name what it is. Name it. So if you've written down, the biggest fear you have in one sentence, ask yourself, what's the worst that could really happen? And on the other side, what's the best that could happen if I just try? What's the worst that could happen? What's the best that could happen? The worst thing can happen is, okay, it didn't work out like I had planned for it to work out. Maybe I need to go back to the drawing board, or maybe I just need to do something different. The best is, I put a good business plan together. I did some good research. I made some good contacts, got some good support and launched, and this thing took off. And now I can leave something to my children and to my grandchildren. And hopefully they can take this thing to the next level, right?
Yeah.
So the second thing, just, how are we going to overcome? Just some tools to use. How are we going to overcome fear and self-doubt? We got to recognize what self-doubt is. Self-doubt, it's often whispers. Things like, you're not ready.
Say that one more time, babe.
Self-doubt are often just those whispers in our ears.
Yeah.
And they say stuff like, you're not ready.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work. You don't belong.
Yeah. You don't even know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's the whispers of self-doubt. You're not ready.
Yeah.
You don't belong.
Yeah.
You don't have the necessary wherewithal, whatever. But the truth is, this is the truth.
Yeah.
Most people feel that way, even the ones who seem confident. Most people feel that way. I'm not ready.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the tools, or I don't belong at this particular point. I got to get myself ready to do that. So I want you to ask yourself this question. The next time that voice shows up, pause and ask, is this fear or fact? Just pause and say, is this fear or is this fact?
Wow.
Now, let me try to simplify that a little bit for us.
Wow.
You know, I never forget Dr. Frederick Casey Price in Los Angeles, Crenshaw Christian Center, taught this way back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
He taught a series entitled Faith, Foolishness, or Presumption.
Okay.
Faith, foolishness, or presumption. Okay, what does that mean? I want to deal with foolishness. Okay, foolishness is I'm going to launch an IT venture and I have no clue what IT is.
Foolishness.
That's foolishness. Okay, that's foolishness. So let's not get caught up in saying, okay, I'm going to start, a tech company. I don't know anything about tech. I don't even know how to open an email. So ask yourself, if you say I'm going to start a tech company, ask yourself, is this fear or is this fact that I can start this tech company? It's probably fear, right? And it's probably foolishness.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got to be realistic as we talk about these subjects.
Mm-hmm.
So remind yourself of one time you succeeded and when you thought you couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. Think about a time that you said, you know what, I can't do this. But then you went out and you did it. Think about what were the steps that you took? What was the advice that you sought out? What were the circumstances around what you did succeeding? And if you think about that, then you can start to put stuff in place to say, you know what, I can do it because I did this that time, so many years ago, so many days ago, whatever the case may be. And maybe if I put some of these same principles to work in this venture, maybe I can get this thing to work, right?
Yeah.
Instead of just starting from scratch. Because that's how we thinking. We thinking we got to start everything from scratch. And we don't.
Reinvent the wheel.
No, we do not have to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
All right.
So far we have named the fear.
Name the fear.
Then tame it.
You got to tame it.
And recognizing what self-doubt is.
Yep. You got to recognize what self-doubt is.
Yep. And then you mentioned about what is your biggest fear and what will be the outcome. What will be the worst thing or the best thing that could happen.
Yep.
All right.
And we've already hit on this. Couple more points.
Mm-hmm.
We've already hit on this. Take small steps toward courage. Take small steps toward courage. Fear loses power when you move toward it.
What?
Fear loses power when you move toward it.
Wow.
A good example is in the natural world, in the wild. A lion. A lion likes to chase its prey. If the prey turns around and face it, the lion stops chasing because it just
the chase.
Their mind doesn't work. Wait a minute, they're supposed to be afraid of me. They're supposed to run, and I'm supposed to tackle them from behind, flip them over, and choke them, and now I got a meal. Right? So we got to take small steps if we want to see these things in our lives come to pass. So, and we got to take small steps toward courage.
Wow.
And when I say courage, I'm
Like
thinking
Parade.
Uncle. I'm thinking of
Uncle Parade.
Uncle Parrain. You know,
Courage.
courage.
From the Wizard of Oz.
Yes. So
Courage.
fear loses power when you move toward it. You don't have to do everything at once. That's the thing that grips us, man. That fear, that self doubt. We think we got to do everything at once. No, take small steps. Start small, make the call, send the email, share your idea with someone who can help you, right? Don't be sharing with people who can't help you or move the needle, push you forward and help you get to where you're trying to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can remember starting a landscaping and lawn care business. And the landscaping jobs, when I first started, I would only take small landscaping jobs because I had to, you know, establish these relationships with the nurseries in the area. I had to learn how to use certain equipment to be able to install certain trees and shrubbery and all that kind of stuff. I started small. And then once I got a handle on it, then I started seeking big fish. So we had all these subdivisions in our community coming up. So I was going knock, you know, talk to the builders, the developers, talk to the management team saying, hey, you know, you're going to need somebody to handle all of your green spaces, to install, you know, your landscape and this, that, and the other. Hey, I got some testimonials. I got some pictures. I can show you some of my work. But I didn't go out there when I first started trying to get those big contracts like that because I'd have just been over my head, over my skis. I would have messed up and probably messed my reputation up, right? Yeah. So, you know, take those small steps, you know, connect with people who can help you achieve these goals because each small win builds momentum. I can remember there was, going back to the landscape, and there was this one subdivision that just come up, and there was a couple of old ladies who saw me in the neighborhood cutting some grass, and they came up to me and they said, hey, would you come and do our lawns, and can you install some landscaping, and we don't know what we want to do. If you give us some ideas, give us some plans and do that for us, we'd love for you to do it. Drew up some plans, put that in their form. And they told the developer, hey, there's this guy, you know, he's doing good work here in the communities, and we would like to see him get a shot at the contract to be able to take care of our subdivision.
Wow.
And that was the reason I got the subdivision, taking those small jobs, those small steps, doing good work. You know, one of the things in anything I do, I want it to be excellent. I want to put excellence forward. You know, my step is going to be for excellence, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, you know, a key takeaway from this: pick one small action you can take this week that moves you closer to your goal. One small step. Just take one small step this week that'll move you closer to your goal. So, for instance, and I know I've used this before, but it's the easiest illustration that all of us can understand. If you have a problem saving money, if you have a problem investing this week, and this is just an example, this week, take a small step and open an account where you can open one, you know, a mutual fund, you know, an ETF for $50, $100, and begin to put $10 a week into that fund. And I know our mind messes with us because we think we have to be big. We have to, but before you can get to that level, you have to start somewhere. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. You know, I use an example, illustration of an annuity that I started. And I want to say I put $150, $250 a month into this annuity. And I can't remember the exact amount, but in 5 years, it was worth $40,000.
But we don't look at the.
Yeah, we don't think long term.
We're talking about right now.
Yeah, we trying to eat the elephant with one bite. We're trying to eat the elephant with one bite. No, one bite at a time. Yeah, that's how you eat an elephant. Okay. Yeah. So pick just one thing, and courage grows. Courage is the opposite of fear, right? So courage grows with momentum, with motion, with doing something. Okay. People get paralyzed
Mm-hmm.
and they can't see the forest for the trees. Just one thing at a time. You got to clean your house. Don't get overwhelmed. One thing at a time. Do the bathrooms today. Do the laundry tomorrow. Do the dusting on Saturday. One thing at a time. We get overwhelmed. We think we got to do all of this stuff all at one time. All right. This
So
one
number
is key.
4.
Yeah. Number 4, excuse me, is you got to be kind to yourself. I want to keep reiterating this. You got to be kind to yourself.
We are our worst enemy sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
We are often our own worst enemies,
Yep.
our own worst critics, right?
Yes.
And you got to realize this: self-compassion is not a weakness. It is not a weakness. We've been conditioned to think that we're weak if we have to take a step back, if we have to take a mental health day,
Yeah.
right? If we need to take some time off just to recharge and reinvigorate ourselves, spiritually, emotionally,
Yeah.
mentally, physically. That's not weak. That's
Yeah.
actually
That's smart.
wise. That's wise. That's being wise. Taking care of yourself. Be kind to yourself.
And don't let your employer convince you that if you're not there, oh my God, the world is just going to come to an end if you're not there in your office.
Oh no, if they get rid of you, the company's still going to go forward.
The train will keep on rolling.
It's going to keep going down the track.
It's going to keep
It's
rolling.
going to keep going down the track. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself the way you talk to someone you love, someone you're friends with, who's struggling.
Yeah.
People struggling. People call you. If they don't call you, you can see it. And you have empathy, you have compassion. You'll reach out to them and you'll talk to them, right? Do the same for yourself.
Yeah.
Do the same for yourself. It's okay. It's okay to be learning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we should be students the rest of our life. We should be
Oh
learning
my gosh.
the rest of our life. The minute you decide you don't need to learn, or if you stop learning, is the minute that you are in trouble. Okay?
We just talked to my mom, and I think one of her words was, did she say I'm still learning?
Yeah, of course.
She said, and she's 80 years old. So
still learning, still growing, still developing.
Learning. Yeah.
Yep. She was asking questions,
Yeah.
because she wanted to know. So a key takeaway for being kind to yourself: when you mess up or you feel unsure about something, say it out loud. Say, it's okay. I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm developing.
Yeah.
And if I mess up, I'll try again.
Yeah.
I'll do it a different way. So be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll get rid of a lot of fear. That'll get rid of a lot of self-doubt if we take care of ourselves, have compassion, have empathy for ourselves.
Yeah.
And last thing, build evidence. Build evidence of your strength, your strong points. Build evidence of it. Well,
And
what does that
look
mean?
like?
What does that mean? Keep a proof folder. A proof folder. Save your wins, your emails, your notes, your photos, or reminders of times when you made a lot of progress.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Keep notes of that stuff. Keep photos of it. Do a mental and a physical folder, if you will, of those things that you have accomplished, that you've had success in, that you've done well in, that you've excelled in. And you can refer back to that, when that voice go to creeping up and whispers, you can't do it, you don't belong, you don't fit, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Go back to that folder and say, you know what? I remember when I did this and it was very successful. Yeah. And I can be successful in this arena, in this field. I can do the same thing. I just have to, buckle down, prepare, and get myself ready, to do it.
Yeah.
So keep a proof folder, save your wins, your emails, your notes, your photos, reminders of times where you made significant progress. When fear hits, look back at your track record.
Mm.
You've done hard things before, and you can do them again. Don't let the devil lie to you. Don't let the world lie to you and say you can't do it. I come to tell you right now, you have done it already. You know, if you hadn't done it already, you would not be here. You have done some amazing things in your life. You have overcome some major obstacles in your life.
Yeah.
And if you've overcome some major obstacles, which all of us have, you can overcome the next one. Matter of fact, you're better prepared now because you've been through some things. You're better prepared now. Don't let the devil lie to you. You're better prepared now because you've been through some things and you've overcome some things.
That's the truth.
Would you agree? We all have overcome some stuff.
Yes.
All of us. We've overcome some major stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
What makes you think you can't overcome this? The devil is a lie. Pick up the pieces, start over, figure out how to do it better.
Yeah.
You know, I read a book some years ago that the average millionaire fails a minimum of 5 times before he or she hits. They fail on average 5 times. It was 5 to 10, 5 to 12 times. But it tells you something about the millionaire mindset. You're going to keep trying.
Yeah.
You're going to keep doing it. You're going to keep trying to figure it out. You're going to keep trying to hit. That's the millionaire mindset.
Yeah.
If you don't have that mindset, you know, you could possibly have a poverty mindset where not only you not going to try at least 5 to 12 times, you're not going to try at all. Because you're gripped by fear.
Of somebody else who's doing it.
Gripped by fear and self-doubt.
And upset with yourself because you didn't want to give it a shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So confidence isn't pretending that you're fearless. That's not confidence. Pretending that you have no fear. That's not confidence.
Yeah. Because we all have fears, baby, right?
Yes. Confidence is remembering what you've already overcome, what you've already accomplished. That's confidence. That's how we build confidence, right? But what we have overcome, what we have done to get to where we are right now, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Some of you, think about it. Some of us on here right now are the first ones in our family to own a home, the first ones in our family to go to college, first ones in our family to start a business, first ones in our family to do so many different things. What that tells us is that you can be a coach. You can be a mentor. You've done some things in this life that a lot of people have not done. You know, it saddens me to know that a number of the people that I grew up in the project with are still in the project. Started their family in the project. Their kids started a family in the project. Just keeps perpetuating poverty, if you will, if you allow me to use that word. But hey, I feel like I'm a testimony. I got up out of that project and I've been able to live, you know, in different places around the country. I've owned several homes, owned several new cars, owned businesses. You know, I've been able to do a lot of things. So why would I think right now I can't do some of the other things I want to do in life?
Things that you've already done. Yeah.
You know, all of those testimonies tell me I can do it. The things that I've done tells me whatever it is in the future, I can do that too.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
And you got me to back you.
Yeah. that's for real.
That's
some
real
real
though.
stuff.
Yes.
All right, everyone.
We got to recap on this, baby.
That's my time.
Awesome.
That's my time for tonight.
I
appreciate you joining us tonight. And please forgive me if you saw the video that I posted a couple days ago. It did sound like I was saying I was going to have some guests on with me tonight.
Listen to it?
Yeah.
It did. That's why I was like, wait a minute.
And what I meant to say is that I'm preparing to be able to stream, to bring guests on, to be able to have people on who are experts in certain fields. Like I've already talked to my friend, dear friend, Dr. Henry LeBoyd. He's going to come on and talk with us, about some medical things to help us as a community. Also, he has a vision for us going back to New Orleans and making an impact in New Orleans. So I want him to come on and share what that vision looks like for us to go back and do some things in our hometown to, help, alleviate some of the issues that plague our community there. I've already spoken to, my mentor, Leon Capers Jr. He's going to come on. He has a lot of experience, financial. He can really help us financially with some of the things he's been able to do in life, among other things. And I have several other friends who I want to bring on with us and really help us in a number of different areas. Yes. So I see that we want to do a recap.
Yep. Okay. So let's recap. This was fire. This, I think this was meant for me to hear. Okay. These key points. This is just, this just makes my soul happy.
Okay. Well, let's recap.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Number one, name your fear. Give your fear a name. Name it. What is it? Is it failure? Is it being judged? Is it, just facing the unknown? Once you know what it is, then you can, once you name it, you can tame it.
You can tame it.
You can tame it. Once you name it, you can tame it. Write down your biggest fear in one sentence. Ask yourself, what's the worst thing that could happen? And what's the best thing that could happen if you just try? Yeah. Number two, recognize what self-doubt is. Recognize what it is for what it is, right? And remember, self-doubt, it's those whispers, you're not ready.
Just say,
you don't belong.
Those subliminal messages.
Yeah, subliminal messages. Yes.
Yeah.
So those whispers that come in your head telling you that you cannot do it, we got to recognize that's just self-doubt. Yeah. That's all it is. But the truth is, most people feel that way. All of us go through that. All of us, every single last one of us, all of us have a challenge where we don't seem confident. And I've learned, man, when I'm in a position where I don't feel confident, I just keep moving forward.
You're good.
And you'll never know. You'll never know because I just keep moving forward. I got to keep moving. I can't stay still. I got to keep moving.
I live with him, and I would never know. We sleep in the same bed. Except for when I'm snoring, go to the other room, but that's neither here nor there. But that's one thing I love about my husband. He is going to keep it pushing.
You have to, right? We have to.
I can't
go back. I can't go back.
Yeah.
I can't go back to the project. I can't go back.
To the project.
I despise that project.
We ain't going back to the project. We're going to stay by Michael and Robin.
I despise that project.
Will and Tracy.
Okay? I despise it.
We got people we could go live by. They got extra rooms. Make room for us.
I despise it. I despise that project. Okay, I ain't going back. But that's the point. The point is I'm not going back. Okay, I got to keep pushing forward.
Yes.
The next point is you got to take small steps of courage.
Yeah.
Small steps toward courage, right? For you spiritual people, you Christians, in Joshua, we saw where Moses kept telling Joshua, be courageous. He kept telling him that, be courageous. Why did he keep telling him that? Because he knew self-doubt was going to come in. He knew fear was going to jump up. He was going to see the Amalekites and the Hittites and the Amorites and the Philistines. And he was going to have those little whispers, man,
and the haters.
You can't overcome this. You can't do this. You're not Moses. Who do you think you are? He kept telling him, be courageous, be courageous. So take small steps toward courage. Number four, be kind to yourself.
Ooh.
You got to be kind to yourself. My goodness, you got to be kind to yourself.
It's hard.
You got to figure that out. It might be hard, but you got to figure that out. You got to figure it out. You got to figure out how to be kind to yourself. What's one of the things, I haven't done it in a while, but what's one of the things I used to do to be kind to myself, to just relax my mind and just get away from things? Can you think of what I used to do? Hiking was one, but one in particular I'm thinking about. If you went with me, you would fall asleep and snore. The movies.
Oh, baby.
The movies.
Oh my God.
I would go to the
I don't
movies.
last.
I would go to the movies at least once a week. And I actually learned that from my pastor, Chief Apostle Leonard Lucas of Light City Church in the Lower Ninth Ward in New Orleans East. I learned that from him. He would go to the movies once a week just to get his mind off of all the ministry and all the things he was doing. I learned that from him. So I would go once a week.
And try to go in all the movies.
Yeah, and I made contacts and
until they recognized him.
Made friends with people at the theater, and I go see a couple movies and this, that, and the other. Yeah, but
I'm a one movie hitter quitter. I'm out.
No, you're 15 minutes.
When those lights, like Teddy Pendergrass said, turn off the lights. I'm out. Yeah, that's the best sleep.
So be kind to yourself. Time is winding down, and the last one is build evidence of your strength. Build evidence of your strength. Remember that proof folder? I have proof. Devil, I got proof. World, I got proof. Boss, I got proof. Whoever, I got proof.
Yeah.
You can talk all that noise, try to whisper in my ear, but I got proof. I did this. I did this. Okay?
Been there.
I did it. And I can do it again.
I ain't new to this. I'm true to it.
And I can get bigger and I can do better. Okay?
Yeah. Another thing you said, and this was so powerful to me. Fear loses power when you move towards it.
Yep. Fear loses power when you move towards it.
That's the word right there. That gives me so much strength, so much positivity, so much motivation in the way that you explained it with the lion. And you're lying like, look, I'm supposed to chase you, so you better start running. And then he gonna look crazy like, oh, you're not running? Oh, well, let me just go the opposite way.
Yep.
Right. That right there.
And here's a good example for you spiritual people. Here's a good example. There was this man who was demon possessed, hanging out in the graveyards, running around in the forest. And when people encountered him, they ran from him. But when Jesus showed up, Jesus walked right up to him.
Like Toby said, face it head on.
Face it head on. Jesus walked right up to him, right?
Yes.
And Jesus asked him what his name was.
Wow.
He said, Legion, for we are many. He faced him. So, and I'm not saying you need to go run out and find somebody demon possessed and run up to him and get your clothes ripped off you and you running through the streets buck naked.
And you're going to come back and try to sue him.
Yeah, you're going to put that on me. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just giving you an example, giving you an illustration of facing fear.
Wow.
Okay? You gotta walk toward it. Okay. If you're afraid to go to the bank and get a loan, go and talk with a consultant, someone in the neighborhood who has done this thing, someone that and say, how do I approach the bank? What do I need? Okay, I need a business plan. I need proof of concept. I need all of these different things. Help me do that. Show me how to do that. Go out and get that done.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So time is well spent. So now we're about to get to another note with Miss Michelle.
Oh, now tonight I miss Michelle.
Oten.
Oh, you put like a little French on your name, Oten.
Yeah, it's Oten.
Man, when I tell you this has really blessed me, I took notes. It was very motivational for me, So we just have to, just like my husband said, face it head on. Do that thing. All right, let's talk about holding ourselves accountable. I think it ties into kind of what you're saying, right? Yeah. Let's think about it for a moment. Do we actually hold ourselves accountable for our actions? We may think we do in some instances. I notice a lot of times, example, I apologize, but what's the but for, right? If there's a but in an apology, and if we know that we're the person that has done wrong to someone else, and then there's a but in the apology, that's not holding ourselves accountable, right? We're actually not. I think we're just saying it just to be saying it so we can get it over with, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and be sincere, be sincere with your apologies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first question. Do we really, really, really hold ourselves accountable? Right? Think of something that happened in your life. And you know doggone well that either you should not have done it, you should not have said it, and the way that you reacted was wrong. Are we too big to hold ourselves accountable and say, you know what, hey, that's not what I meant to say? And I find myself faced with that a lot, um, in the position that I am in, because I have to stick to policy, right, babe?
Mm-hmm.
And the policy it doesn't sound good to people when they're not holding themselves accountable for what they're supposed to be doing and they're not, right? Case in point. Okay, your rent is due on the first. On the 6th day, it's considered late. You get a $40 late fee, right? And then on the 6th or 7th or 8th, you called me. Well, I paid my rent. How come I have a $40 late fee? Because you didn't pay it before the cutoff, right? Well, it was in the rent drop box, or I had the money order made out already. It had the 5th on it. You didn't pay it on the 5th. You dropped it in the box, or you dropped it in the office on the 10th. That's not holding yourself accountable, right? Do we really, really, really hold ourselves accountable? But that was just like one example of some of the things that I face, like on a monthly basis. I'm not going to say daily basis, on a monthly basis. What do we do, or what does it feel like or look like holding ourselves accountable for our actions? What does that look like to us?
All right. As folks jump in and answer that question, we have a couple comments that we didn't get to. Dr. K was talking about the fear, and the worst is my legacy becomes just an inheritance. The best is I did the dang thing. Okay. Yes. Yes. And I see my cousin Larry jumped on. What's up, folks? Love the podcast. It's really insightful. Let me see, Dr. K. A lot of it is conditioning. Yeah, conditioning, orientation, and that orientation is so critical. I mean, if we understand that conditioning and orientation, will be very empathetic.
Toby, thank you,
Find your
Keisha, for the
purpose.
happy anniversary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Wright.
So, Toby, tell me something about being accountable. Accountability. Holding ourselves accountable. Give me an example of what that looks like.
Well, Dr. Taylor says owning our day-to-day responsibilities, owning them.
Owning, right? That's a strong word.
Owning your day-to-day responsibilities. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's taking accountability.
Yeah.
Because you have responsibilities each day, and you are holding yourself accountable to make sure that you're getting those responsibilities done.
Yeah. And
each
then
day.
To kind of piggyback off what you said, if we fall short of not getting to every responsibility of that day,
show kindness to ourselves, show empathy to yourself. Put it,
Don't beat yourself up about
I have
it.
this to-do list, and if I don't get to everything, I put it on the next day's list. It'll be at the top of the list for the next day.
That's what I told my boss today. It was time for me to go, right?
Yeah, we got to own it.
She called me about something totally different. I was like, hey, I'm halfway done with this report. I cannot finish this today. It's almost time. I need to go home. She said, get the report to me in the morning. But I held myself accountable because I had technical difficulty. But what I did was I sent her an email saying, hey, I'm having some issues getting to the software, but as soon as I get in, I'm going to tackle it because I set that time, 3:00, start on this PSR report, start on it because I knew other stuff was going to happen, so I set priorities, of course, and I owned, okay, even though there was technical difficulty, I still owned up to say, I know I should have had the report done, but I'll get it to you first thing in the morning.
I see a lot of responses. We must own it, owning up to what we've done or what we haven't done,
Wow.
Owning up is not a weakness. It shows integrity. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How does it make you feel when you hold yourself accountable? And that's Toby's answer right there. It's not a weakness. Yeah.
It's character. It's just good character.
It's growth.
Yeah, it's good character.
Right? Instead of blaming, knowing that, instead of putting the blame on someone else, right? It's never me. It's never me. It's always somebody else.
That's a problem.
It's always somebody else.
That's a problem.
You know, if someone is unhappy about something, the way that you said it, that's their feeling, right? You acknowledge, you know what? I hear you. That's not what I meant to say. Own up. Be accountable for what you say. Now, if you meant to say it, say, hey, you know, I meant to say it that way. I'm sorry, you know, whatever. But, you know, in the arena that, you know, we are in, you know, we have to hold ourselves accountable, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when you do hold yourself accountable, like Toby said, it's not a weakness. It shows integrity. So
character.
It's like weight to lift it off of you, right? You feel
character.
better. You feel stronger, right? Or does it make you feel sad? Does it make you feel like, I still didn't, I'll say it, but I feel bad that I put myself in a position like that. You know, does it make you upset? Because some people get upset when they really look at that man in the mirror and say, damn, I should not have reacted that way or said that, or, you know, whatever it is. Does it upset you? Does it upset you saying, wow, I can't believe I said that? You know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, once it comes out, ooh, it's hard to, you can't take it back. Humility. Yes.
Yeah, see.
That's a good word. Humility.
Diana says accountability and humility go together.
Yes.
It's difficult, but can be done.
It can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we all make mistakes, right?
Yeah. And Toby said it allows others to respect you even more. Yeah, because you're accountable. Yes, for your actions.
So just, you know, think about it. You know, all these key things that Devin gave us. Be kind to yourself. On the flip side of that, be kind to someone else as well. You know what I'm saying? Consider people's feelings. Empathy.
That's a part of the instruction. When you're kind to yourself, you treat yourself like you treat others. When you encourage others in their difficulties, do the same thing for yourself.
And do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I think I said it wrong, but
no, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Can we practice that more, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen, everyone, we have had a great
this was awesome.
session tonight. Thank you for hanging in there with us. I know we're well over an hour. Make sure you go out, subscribe on our YouTube channel, Meaningful Conversations with Dr. Devin Oten Sr. We're working toward launching her podcast. She's going to really do some lifestyle stuff, things that really suit her and fit her. So we're.
What you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that's your wheelhouse. That's a good term. Wheelhouse. That's a good term. But anyway, thank you. Make sure you go out, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, follow, hit that bell so you'll be reminded of when we go live and other videos that we put out. And visit the channel tonight. I'll be uploading next week's podcast, our subject, our description, so you can take a look at that and be prepared to engage with me in the conversation on next week. So
thank you so much for all the anniversary wishes.
Yes.
13 years.
Thank you for that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We couldn't go out to dinner because we did.
Yeah. We'll get to it. We'll get to it maybe tomorrow, or we got, friends coming in this weekend, family next week. So we'll get to it.
Yeah, cuz if you're scared, go to church. Okay, cuz I'm going to church. No, I'm going to church anyway.
Yeah. If you're scared, go to church.
Let us know, Tandra, when you do your cast, honey. We would love to be on there. Yes.
Absolutely.
Let us know. Let us know.
Yes, absolutely.
Y'all think about this fear, overcoming it, and holding yourselves
And
accountable.
that's self-doubt.
Yes,
Look,
that's self-doubt.
Have a good night, everyone. Love you. See you next
Have
time.
a good night.
Okay?
It's raining over in California. I don't know what it's doing in New Orleans, but it's raining.